My buddy Charlie Gasparino with some breaking news out of Washington on this, I guess, revived healthcare push, right?
Right, and I think the market is responding positively to sort of headlines that this thing, may get passed. And let's get back to what your conversation with Mark Zandi. If healthcare gets passed, there's some savings in there, and you can take the corporate tax rate down. He says 28% that he'd like. Remember, he works for a rating agency. They are in favor of less debt all the time. That's their mantra. Gary Cohn, the head of the NEC, is saying 20%. But here's what our reporting is saying is that the market is kind of getting ahead of itself. Senior Republican aides are telling Fox Business, that it's unclear if the draft amendment would even get the necessary votes of 216. Despite what you're reading, we're hearing it's still very much up in the air. And the problem comes back mainly to the Freedom Caucus. Mark Meadows has been doing this, the head of the Freedom Caucus, the congressman from North Carolina, has been meeting with Pence and others, Mike Pence, the vice president, Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House, to try to cobble something together. But remember, he does not control the group. He's their nominal spokesman. And what we understand from inside the Freedom Caucus is that they're still debating this new draft proposal, which is interesting. It gives them some of what they want, allowing states to have more power over whether, essential benefits should be given to everybody, whether that's the way health care should cover when you don't have your own insurance, whether the new government plan that arises out of this. The Freedom Caucus wants more state control. They're going to get some of that. But also within this proposal, from what I understand, pre-existing conditions, you're covered for that still. And that's something that some Freedom Caucus members say, hey, listen, government shouldn't be deciding that. It should be the market. And, that if you have that, it automatically makes insurance more difficult, so no one gets covered. So let's be real clear. What we're hearing from Congress is that the market is getting ahead of itself. The optimism about this plan is getting ahead of itself. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but that the Freedom Caucus is very much up in the air. And that was, remember, those were the recalcitrants that killed it the last time. So what we're saying is, if there's optimism, be very cautious, Neil.
All right. Yeah, because to win over those conservatives, right, you can't take off those moderates.
Right. The Tuesday group, they call them.